Hello everyone, my name is Jessica and welcome to my 2019 July bullet journal setup video. For this month, I decided to go with an ocean or underwater theme for my spreads, partly due to being able to use watercolor in my new Archer and Olive journal. As usual, I've sketched out my spreads in pencil before starting and my supplies will be listed in the description below. First off, I'm using a blend of Indigo and Ultramarine blue from Daniel Smith and M. Graham to fill in the banner of my quote page. I wanted this blue to be close in color to my Tombow dual brush pen in 526 True Blue. I then used some Hooker's green mixed with raw umber and Cascade green to add some foliage in the bottom corner. I used Moonglow, my favorite from my mid-year migration spreads, to complete the jellyfish. For my whale, I did a light wash of Indigo to avoid warping the page as much as possible. I used my heat gun quite frequently to dry layers and to try to iron the page flat while things dried. I chose this quote to be a reminder that sometimes we can't control everything. Hopefully I'll take it to heart this month. I used my Tombow dual brush pen in N55 Cool Gray 7 to let her go, and 526 True Blue to let her the flow. I finished off the quote by using my Staedtler Fineliner and 36 Indigo to let her width. I used my Tombow and N95 Cool Gray 1 to create an ocean floor and a wash of ultramarine blue and indigo to create the ocean surface on the next page. Before creating my quote page, I wasn't quite sure how I would be lettering my titles, but after tucking in "Go" behind the banner, I decided it could be cool to make it seem like the headers were floating in the ocean. To create this effect, I sketched out the full title in pencil and only lettered what was above my watercolor line. I wanted to use another simple calendar layout this month, so I took my Staedtler Fineliner in 63 Delft Blue to create 3x3 boxes and my Pentel sign brush pen in gray to label the days of the week. The next two spreads will be a gratitude log and my finance tracker for the month. I duplicated the same method that I did with July, using my Tombow and 526 True Blue for the letters. I labeled 31 days with my Staedtler Fineliner and Indigo and used 63 Delft Blue to create the table lines for my expenses and income tracker. I then added some more watercolor doodles to the bottom of the page and a seafloor with my N95 Cool Gray Tombow. The next two spreads are probably my most ambitious in regards to testing how much watercolor these journal pages can handle before becoming too warped for my liking. For my mood tracker, I decided I wanted to have each day's mood represented by different heights of seaweed or grass growing from the bottom of the page. I then also decided that the ocean should have an ombre of washed colors, with the darkest ocean color matching the unhappiest tiny seaweed plants. I tried to limit the amount of water I used with the washes that still allowed some blending, and then I decided that using some masking tape to help flatten the spread while it dried was probably a good idea. For my first weekly spread, I continued with the underwater theme, and I'm going to try something simpler this week with no Dutch door. If I find I'm missing having a running task list, I'll cut away the top of the page above the wave for each week. To create these watercolor bubbles, I sketched out a circle and made sure to leave 2 white spots in each free from paint to help add a highlight. Letting your paint pool on one side of the bubble will also help create a 3D effect. Once I had dried the bubble, I used my Uni-Ball Signo white gel pen to add the days of the week and dates to each. I tried adding a drop shadow and quickly decided that I hated that idea, so just covered it up with more white. To finish off my spreads, I decided that adding silver outlines to my lettering was crucial, so I used my silver Pilot gel pen to create a ribbon effect. I also used my Uni-Ball Signo white gel pen to add some white water froth to where the letters were entering the ocean surface. I hope you enjoyed this month's plan with me. I can't wait to start using this journal for the second half of the year. You can follow me over on Instagram for more planning and art content, and stay tuned to my Etsy shop for the release of printable monthly setup kits later this week. Thank you for watching.